Yes, here we are. Here we are. What's the ticker? Where's it at? Tick.
Yo,
Good morning. How
good
are you?
morning.
Good morning, everybody here in this space. Leave some comments right below. I'm going to do that too. Let's go. Pull up in here. I'm try my best to show a space today. I had it in my good morning post for whatever that was worth. I didn't think anybody would see it this way, but I just gave it a try. Gave it a try. Right? And we'll just wait for some people to come in. I shared the link out in the TGs. Share the space out, you guys, and let's go. Let's start now that we're just here with a little bitty of us before people start to jump in. I invited some projects to come and chill, right? But first, we're gonna look at this Marquito because there is some pressure on that market. I see some delicious dips. I see some dips, right?
Hmm.
Walrus was ripping all through the day, right? A little bit on that retracement now. But let's go ahead and just start with itty bitty Bitcoin. Yeah, kind of what it does, right? People get impatient. You all know that, but we flashed bull. We're still bull on the hour. We're hodling this floor like nothing else. That was expected. There was a little bit of a dip this morning early, right? But we regained all of that, and unfortunately, nothing in that 105 zone yet. So if we start seeing the 105, then we're moving up from there. Ethereum looks like it needs to cool down a little bit and possibly land on something lower like 24. I could see it land on that previous wick, but it can also hold the 25 a little bit longer for now, depending, right? And let's see. Yeah. So, yeah, it does a great reversal move there. Very happy to see it. It's almost like I'm talking about a sports thing, right?
Yes, the underdog is thriving.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, yes, this team is with Team Eat is hauling, right?
I feel that.
Let's look at that dominance because I am seeing some pressure. So I'm expecting to see this dominance is slightly rising just a little bit on the daily. Let's see. Yes, I am right. Actually, rising steeply for a daily, it's plus 0.7%. That's a lot for the day. So Bitcoin red, altcoins then red when then dominance is up, right? And that's why we see this whole move in the market. But you guys,
Mm.
there are absolutely dips worth buying here. All this red that you see is just going to be opportunity knocking at your door. If you missed it before, then here is another chance, right? Let's look at the super chart on that dominance because it kind of gives me the same vibes as it did. It makes the same move as it did in November of last year when we had that relief rally. I'm sorry about the birds, guys. They just don't want to go to sleep.
All
So
good.
I just have to cope with them. So yeah, I do see that rise. Indeed, it actually is flipping bullish again on the lower time frames. So but also and floored on that daily. So we might not see any further drops. It's landing straight on the support of created in February there, and so it is still very much bullish. That dominant chart is very much an uptrend on the daily. I am not seeing no downtrend. I don't care what anybody else says. I'm just gonna say the opposite here because that's what I see. Now I'm still looking for that relief rally, and when it drops 3-4%, that whole market is doing pumpies and everybody's bullish, and so we kind of need that before the summer. I'm kind of expecting that to happen before the summer. But yeah, that it stands to reason that then Bitcoin may not make another all-time high in May. That is a scenario that is very likely to play out here, right? And it may not be something that we necessarily want, but then the chart does not care for any of this. Let's see if there's some news. Solana's holding up pretty good. Sui, however, fell to that $4. Again, it's really struggling to hold the $4 range. And now that there's pressure coming in from that dominance, right, it has even a harder time. But like I said, like they were making these pumps and everything comes back to right before their own resistance again. Solana's hopping on that resistance. The only thing I see really going is Walrus on the ecosystem of Sui, right? That's really doing a good move. We see Doge retesting something. I was saying that yesterday the Doge was going to retest this area, which is bullish for Doge. Doge does that, needs that. It needs that market structure. It's an older token. So these things need to happen before we blast off, right? Let's see if there's some news. Retail investors are returning. Well, I'm not yet. I've yet to see that. For now, it's still the traders that are in the Bitcoin. Every major Bitcoin rally during the bull season is always I've seen the active participation of retail investors. While retail activity has been low in the last 3 months, the situation is changing. So there is some data here. Since Bitcoin began to recover on April 9th, the market has witnessed a significant increase in retail buying. Yes, and these are hodlers, so that's very. So the analyst added to increased retail participation can lead to growth in active addresses, new addresses, transfer volume, and unspent transaction. And we saw that, right? There was more of this volume coming in. Let's check that volume actually to see. Well, we kind of see whether it is in crypto right now, right? For today at least. But let's check if there's something to do in these trenches. No, I want to have the alpha groups. Here we go. There are some tickers that I like to share, something that I just saw popping around. Um, yes, we're on 31 Billy on the Bitcoin, and now I'm looking for Ethem to be a little bit lower than Bitcoin because it was kind of domineering a little bit. But I kind of, yeah, see, that's dropping 27.8 billion, and that means that the money, possibly what happens here, correlation, of course, but what I'm seeing here, checking all of this, is that the trading went on to Ethereum. People traded profit there, and then now turning that profit, boop, straight into Bitcoin, and not so much anywhere else, like mostly in back into Bitcoin. Let's look at the volume on Solana. 5.9 billion, so slightly on the rise there in volume. So the weather is still cloudy, no big sunshine on Solana, but the trenches are heating up, right? Temperature is rising there. If that gets to 8 or 9 billies, aping is definitely very much working out there, right? Sunshine, nice weather there. For that, then check the Sui chain. Check the Sui chain. Lacking behind 1.3 billion. We see that because it's really struggling with that $4 resistance there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So much lagging behind there a little bit, but yeah, that's on the day. And of
What's
course that,
your
yeah,
prediction? Forgive me for interrupting, but
no,
the $4 resist. This is like it's crazy. Like I'm zooming out. I'm on a 15-minute chart, which is probably a little too
right,
short of
that's too low.
but it's crazy just seeing it retesting this four. I'll go up to 2 hour. Even at 2 hour mark, the consolidating at the four line it's crazy. It's kind of like what Bitcoin was doing a week ago when it kept banging up against was it the 98K mark or whatever. It kept
Yeah,
retesting like 6 times. It probably hit, and right now, even on the 2 hour, looking at the Sui chart, it's like there's
no, put it on a
yeah,
3 or 4 hour, and then you see it a little bit more clearly what's
right.
going on here.
Still a lot of testing. Still a lot of like retesting that four
Yes,
dollar.
but it's a bull flag. See what
Yeah.
happens is that it's making a higher high. And at
Mm-hmm.
one time it did, and that's a little bit of a pattern failure right there.
Uh-huh.
But I'm still expecting a breakout from there. And that's because look at the RSI again. There's slightly some bearish
Okay.
divergence that played
Yes.
out. See that?
Mm-hmm.
That is playing out right now. And that's why it didn't make another high. That's that bearish divergence there telling me this. That there wasn't going to be another big spike making a higher high
Yeah.
on that time frame, but I do see a juicy breakout. I'm waiting for to trade that, right? So
Yeah.
It moves in that channel with these lows are on a perfect line. You see these wicks, they all touch the same
Yep.
price. Some
Yeah.
maybe over a little, but it's keeping steady over there. So that's the floor to buy right now. And of
At
course, people,
387.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean
yeah,
that's great. That's even better. I mean, I have some entries at even 4 because I was like, because I've been DCAing, and so
yeah,
like there was one day where it was like at 420 something, and I put in a limit order at $4 because I was like, I want to. I'm still gonna accumulate some today, you know,
yeah, yeah.
even if it's a little
Well, not
pricey.
bad, right? Yes. So try and even yourself out that way. Just do
Yeah,
little by little by little,
DCA some more
right?
today. At put another limit order in at what do you think's the lowest I could go?
Exactly.
Probably
Yeah,
385.
I'm gonna add to the bag. Yeah, definitely. And I'm looking for a breakout there. Well, when is that all gonna happen? I said it this morning already in lamp space. It's pretty much playing out as I thought it would be. I think we're gonna see some pumps, some volume coming in for pumps, for Bitcoin at least, to tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me put on my TA
It
on
definitely
Bitcoin
feels like it's
again.
like we're warming up toward that. Like it's if it just it's the bullishness is in the air. Like you go on crypto Twitter and it's just like the sentiment is very
Yes,
very
but usually
bullish.
sometimes, yes, very bullish, but that's also for me a sell sign.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not a buy sign for me by any
Yeah.
means. Right?
I hear you.
People get bullish, that's where I'm usually selling into the volume because
Right.
when a lot of people say it's alt season, I mean, I'm like, is this top signal? What are we doing here, right? So, um,
Do your own
yeah,
research.
do your own research always. Don't
Yeah.
listen.
Listen to what
So
everyone's
we're
saying on crypto.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Bitcoin is dealing with that death cross on the daily on the stochastic RSI, and that's not really cool looking. However, it does like I thought it would do when it hits these 101, 102, 103. When we go down in that range, it takes the RSI down by a lot, right? And the lower time frames actually tell me this playing out. So I'm not that worried about that cross at all, especially not after seeing that fantastic W on that RSI of the beginning of April. And that's where my prediction for half April pumps all the way into May. And I actually said half of May, and we're creeping up. I'm expecting something to move. Uh, I think more Friday than anything else, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to see what move do I want to see. I want to see that 105 being attacked there. If that doesn't play out, because there's always a bearish scenario. I mean, it is a dead cross, right? So if volume is dropping, that will come down hard. And then what are we looking for to retest? Well, we can then go all the way down to below 100 again. That's a bearish scenario. I see 30-40% on that bearish scenario, and
Mm-hmm.
70% for the most bullish one playing out. That's for
Mm-hmm.
me. That's enough to trade on. So yeah, of course that cross can take us there for sure if volume starts to drop, but I just don't see that drop. That has been consistent. It can drop even a little bit more and we still be okay. But I like to see something before the weekend to be put into that 105 zone. We need to challenge that. There is bears up there in that whole zone. The wicks that you saw, if you put it on the chart on the daily of Bitcoin, you see them wicks on top. You know, the wicks that went to these all-time highs, that whole zone is a resistance again. And we always get a reaction there. All-time highs, previous all-time highs are, we didn't make another all-time high, so it became resistance. And there are orders there. Bears knows it. You know, the bears know it. So it's actually pretty smart to creep up on these lines, hold these floors, creep up, toss a candle in there, retouch some more, right? And then attack the all-time high. Now, do I think we're gonna make another all-time high? Yeah, I still don't see this, you guys. I might be, I might be thinking, wow, you're so bad, you're ruining my party. Well, I got to see it. I mean, I got to be honest in what I see, right? And maybe against the odds here of many or the sentiment, I'm still not seeing it. I need to know what happens in that range that we're gonna be in at 105. and then how it behaves and how hard we're going to be sent down from that all-time high. Because don't get this twisted, we will get a reaction there. Will we get slapped or punched in the face, or will we get a slap on the wrist? This makes all the difference in making
Mm.
another all-time high. And then see where these RSIs hit, because that weekly is always so bullish. Usually it would make me so bullish for another all-time high, right? Having a golden cross in it weekly.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're like 70%, 75% on the way already in that move.
Mm.
So do we have enough steam left there, right? Do we have enough steam left there? That K line, that timeline is already heading into these over bought conditions. So we're getting into the zone where it loses some steam. And so that's what tells me like all time high, question mark, right? We need to see what happens there.
But if
Um,
we do see
yeah,
the RSI, if it coils at the top, then the Bitcoin would continue its rally upward.
that can
Correct?
be. That can be. Also, the RSI can stay at that ceiling and bang against the
Mm-hmm.
ceiling, being overheat for
Y-
a while. It can do
yeah.
that,
Yeah, we see it over to
especially
the
on the
left.
weekly.
We see it stay at the top. So
We see it stay at the top. It
it's
could
not
be.
impossible.
It's not impossible. So that's why I always say there's nothing 100% here nor there,
Mm-hmm.
right? Never 100%. We're 70, 80% of something,
Yeah.
right? That's a good way to look at it. And you try and have that confirmation with as much technicals then as possible to support your theory, right? But
Mm-hmm.
if you're trying to support a theory that there's no support for, you got to tell the honest story there too, right?
True.
And so these are all indicators against, and there are not many for. So, because especially because look on the daily, there's now the dead cross. Yeah. So and of course, this is all playing out in my back of my mind. There's this timeline for summer, which we never pumped in summer before. So this would be a first. I'm all for first goes here, right? For sure. But usually it's not the case, right? We never pump at Christmas and January, and we never pump in the summertime,
Yeah.
or at least not the all-time highs,
It's
right?
tough to
So,
imagine it, pumping in the summer. It's like, it would take a lot. It would take a
but
lot.
usually people are on vacation, taking a break,
Mm-hmm.
right? Touching some grass, and it's us degens in the space that, the trenches will be going on for a little bit longer, for sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody in Web3 is still going to be a little bored and still feeling apish around that time. So meme coins will definitely they do good runs in usually July, right? That's where meme coins do a lot, because yeah, that's where the rest of the market kind of like slowly checks out.
Mm.
And then the coins, every each one of us would be like, what are we aping today? Because we're bored, right?
What's the ticker?
What's a ticker? There we
Exactly.
go. Yeah, let's have a look at some tickers, because I got chilled a lot today,
One
and
that's
I'm gonna.
been popping up on my timeline. Attention token looks like it's on the horizon. From GiveRep.
Yes, yes, I wanna. But
I'm
somebody I know
very
has
bullish
shilled now.
on GiveRep.
Has
I'm
shilled
see.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, somebody is here. It's like PRONUT, and I see IK is shilling it to me. IK is from the community I was in a while ago, where I
Awesome.
respect him so much. What do you think? Check out the PFP remix, courtesy of the one and only PRONUT. What do you think? Bullish? I think it's bullish. Let's have a look at PRONUT, just because a friend shilled it to me. And
Pronut is the ticker.
yes, PRONUT.
Pronut.
So cute. They PFP my little doggy here.
Like
Cute.
instead of peanut, is that the joke or what?
I think so. Pro nut.
The nutting professor.
The nut.
5 months old. It's got a. Oh man, this is a great time to buy. It looks like it just had a little rally.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, well, I don't know. Let's go. Let's add some people to the stage then, so they can talk about it, and maybe can give us some more clarification on it, so we don't have to search yourself. I see IK is here on stage with me. IK, how are you?
Hey, good to see you. I didn't even realize this was you. That's crazy. I'm gonna follow you right now. That's great.
Yeah,
How you doing?
I lost my OG account. I got hacked,
No.
and then I spent months trying to figure out how to get it back with somebody from Twitter. But all I got was bots talking back to me. And at one point, I was like, "All right, let's start over."
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you're back. I just followed you now too here. Good to
Oh,
see you
cool.
again.
Follow you back. Good to see you again. So yeah, you tried to show me something, ProNut. Now I gotta tell you, we do live stream this space straight on X, YouTube, and are we on TikTok today or Insta too?
J-
Tick.
no, not on TikTok. Just on YouTube today.
Oh, just on YouTube today.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
we are gonna clip for shorts.
Mm-hmm.
So I
We
want you to get
will.
ready for your shill, IK, and
Okay,
uh,
okay.
and Tick will pull up
Yes.
the information now, so it's on screen
Yeah,
about
and we'll be uploading
Pronut.
to TikTok and Instagram Reels as well. So
Hell yeah.
Yes, yes. So we're gonna put you on blast. So
No
Tick,
worries. And
you.
if you don't mind, that way, if we could tag team it, Mac right there is a buddy of mine. If we could bring him up as well, because it is a very good play, and at this market cap, I think it's a steal
and this is
All
for
right,
ProNut, correct?
for Pronut. Yes,
Okay, sweet, awesome.
Mac
Mac. I
right.
just pulled
Yeah.
Mac. Hello, Mac. I'm Wilder. How you doing?
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me up.
Yeah, no problem. So, did you get what we were just saying, or were you in the in
No,
between
I
space where you heard nothing?
understand what's going on. I'm ready.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
pretty
Tick.
much, Pronut is a meme token. Obviously, it's the flagship token listed on a platform. It's called MyMemesAI, which is an extension of PalMind. Are you familiar with PalMind?
I haven't
Yes,
heard
we
of
are.
it.
Yeah.
I
So
haven't.
MyMemesAI was created with them, and their flagship token listed on that MyMemesAI platform is actually Pronut. And we do have a few of the devs behind PAL pushing and helping with ProNut as well. It's a community project, but we do have the devs working behind the scenes creating this insane and amazing content that you're seeing there. And there's a lot more in the pipeline coming. But for example, we've been rating, with PFP remixes of all sorts. Well, we did yours, for example, was Pixar style. You can do gummy bear style and a bunch of other funny ones, and it comes up with some great image generations there. And Mac, if you want to keep going from here, I'd love it.
Yeah, of course. I think the most important thing is that it all runs on Palmine tech for me, and we've seen what the likes of Luna did for virtuals. So the community, it's fully community owned. It launched, it hit 12 million on launch day, and then it just kind of bled for a while because obviously the market wasn't in our favor. So now there's been a big community push, and every bit of testing for the MyMems platform for all these autonomous agents on the launchpad, it all goes through ProNut first. So that's one of the biggest reasons why we're pushing it so hard, is to try and get it the awareness it deserves. We've seen what PalMind can do. They hit nearly 1 billion. And personally, I think, like IK said, I think it's a steal.
Very, very good. So that was good to clip for the reels and the shorts. Thank you for that. Take you have the information up on the live stream, which by
Yeah,
the way, the live stream is posted in the Jumbotron, you guys, if you want to watch with us. So actually what we do, we bring you a visual to the space, right? So when I start talking, Tick will pull up the things that we're talking about. And so you have a visual to look at in the live stream if you're able to, or you can, always rewatch right on there. And of course, we're gonna take snippets from this space and put them on blast throughout the day, right? So that is always the plan up here. If you come shill here, that's exactly what happens. You can shill your project, you can shill yourself.
yeah, and the videos I'm uploading are some of the best performing videos I've uploaded. Like the little shorts are. There's actually like yesterday I had uploaded one. It was like a 30-second video, and we're talking about Millie. And in like 36 minutes, I had like 180 views or something. So it's
Yeah,
if you
for
want,
TikTok, that's bigger. Yeah,
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 if
and
you
it's
want
ever
eyes on your
growing, you
project,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah, we just started. We're gonna open our TG group for what's the ticker, so we can share all the links in there too, and rehash some things or questions in there, and so that will be all unfolding over the next week. But yeah, we have the ProNut now. Do you have it on the live stream? You have it pulled up? Let's
Yes,
look.
I have. I've got the MyMemes.ai
Mm.
uploaded, and I was kind of playing with the model for a minute. I
Yeah.
did like a generation with it, but I'm still kind of like I still kind of have questions about like what Pronut is and like what this. So it's I'm still having a tough time like actually understanding what it is. It's a launch pad for tokens. It's a token launch pad then.
Well, I can quickly run it down for you. So Palmine made a launch pad like virtuals or like a pump fun, but
Mm-hmm.
instead of just a mem that has your own photo or an artist has made, this has AI integrated into it. So think of Zero Bro, where it is a reply bot on Twitter
Uh huh.
or on X, and it'll reply automatically to everyone and everything that you want to. And but now they've integrated image generation. There's animations meant to be coming, and this all runs through X, and it's all on PAL's tech. So
Okay.
my meme launchpad platform like PumpFun, but you create an AI agent. That's the big difference. You're getting actual image generation, and you can code it to whatever parameters you want as well around your mem.
And then you can interact with the agent as well. Like you can talk to the agent.
Yeah, you can fully
So
talk to conversations on X with it, and it's kind of like AIXBT agent as
right.
well.
Yeah, I use
Yeah,
AIXBT all the time. With the nutting professor, for instance, I have the chat window open. Oh, I switched from meme to chat.
Wait, do I hear the nutting professor?
that's
Yeah,
his
that's yeah, pro
That's
nut.
good.
Yeah.
professor, and it was not.
All right. So have a conversation. So if I ask him how is Sui Network doing today? Is it like respond about crypto and stuff as well? I wonder if it's like what
It
it's capable of.
it should respond about everything crypto because every part of Palmine's data source is in there. So if you have ever used Palmine in a Telegram chat,
I
you
haven't.
can do /crypto in Telegram, and it'll give you technical analysis and give you all rundowns about tokens as well.
Very cool. And then you can also, so I can call to ProNut, for instance, on X. Like, let's say I want to tag Wild in a post and be like, hey, like, check out ProNut. Could I do @ProNut to call him, and then he could respond to the thread as well? Is that kind of like
Yeah,
AIXBT?
you would literally just tag @pronut,
Uh
and
huh.
you can also do another function as well, where if you have a tweet that you like, which is what we use for rating, if you have a tweet that you like, you go into the pronut Telegram chat and you type /nut, and then that'll automatically tell pronut in Telegram that you need to respond on X to it. So you don't
Wow.
even have, yeah, you don't even have to put an X tag there.
Uh
You can
huh.
just do it to Instagram as well. So it looks like it was automatically rating, but it also automatically targets certain KOLs as well.
Uh huh.
Yeah, so
That's
just
crazy.
to clarify a little bit on that too as well. So it's just the /nut, and then you copy and paste the link right there after /nut, and ProNut will actually go and respond to whatever link that you just posted there in the TG.
That's
In
it. It now
TG.
it's always instantaneous because there's obviously a queue system. So
Yeah.
the PAL developers have also tried to ensure that the bot doesn't get blacklisted or what's I can't think of the other, or banned anyway off of Twitter, so or off of X. So they have a system where it queues and it'll take a break for maybe an hour or two,
Yeah.
and then it will respond in an hour or two. But that's to protect that Pronut's X account doesn't get
From
in
spamming.
trouble.
Right.
Yes, because that was going to be my
Wow.
next question, guys, because we have seen, especially with the rating going on and teams being hired, and they absolutely getting wrecked right now on X left and right because Elon doesn't like that stuff anymore, right? You need to cool down some. There's some things that people do that might indicate that you're a bot, especially in the crypto space, because crypto, even though crypto Twitter is a thing, right? It's also kind of the most shady thing almost on X, right? It's always being a little bit more, yeah, treated harshly than any other area. And that's the same reason why, a token account on Facebook doesn't work, because you get banned within 24 hours. And Instagram is also not that crypto friendly. So we're still here in that shady zone, right? Where if you mention your ticker twice too much, you're being suspended
Yeah.
or shadow banned for a little while. Yeah.
Yeah, and the PAL developers were fully aware of this, so they made sure that even it's the same with image generations.
Mm-hmm.
We have queues because we have an admin chat as well, and like it's community run, so it's community admins who volunteered, and the admins will queue up. But we can also send, if there's a really important image generation or a really important text generation, we can also send that directly to the PAL developers, and they'll push it forward so it happens pretty much in less than 2 minutes. But if there's a queue from the community, it'll just slowly go through the queue, take a break, and it's just protecting the X account from getting suspended.
Very cool.
Well, very bullish. Tick. We need to put that on the research more list for
Mm-hmm.
me.
Yeah,
I have it on
absolutely.
my watch list now, and for sure, sounds bullish. And
Yeah.
maybe even I'll hop into TG and how the weather, how the
And
weather is there.
forgive
Sounds good,
me.
Wild. And
I
feel free
wanted
to if you go ahead, take my
I
bad.
wanted to know, so are you guys the platform, My Memes AI, or is ProNut just your AI agent?
Okay, so MyMemesAI is PAL's launchpad platform,
Uh-huh.
and their first ever agent, which was deployed by PAL developers but given to the community, was PRONUT.
Oh.
And so every bit of testing of the AI agent platform goes through PRONUT. So every capability you see on PRONUT happens on PRONUT first before any other agent, because there's also Andy on BNB chain, on Binance chain,
Uh-huh.
is using that PAL technology, but that doesn't do any of the testing. PRONUT does all of the testing and new capabilities that come through.
Wow. Huh. And so you guys aren't,
Beautiful.
forgive me if you've already answered this, but you guys are not associated with My Memes AI then, correct?
Yeah, we are. We're directly
Oh,
associated. So, My Memes AI is a platform created by PAL itself, and their
yeah.
first token that they launched using the platform was Pronut. My apologies.
Mm-hmm.
So Pronut was the first token launched on the My Memes AI platform, and every single feature that you see being used by Pronut is because it's a test agent for the rest of the agents that are being listed on My Memes AI in general. So
Mm-hmm.
it creates a kind of an agent swarm type of feel for it as well.
Wow. Huh. Yeah, this is really cool. I'm very, very bullish on this. And I,
It's a bit of a shame. Sorry for interrupting. It's a bit of a shame that it doesn't have more awareness, because, in my opinion, we see a lot of the text chat on X, but this at least has image generation. It has other features coming like animations. But obviously, all of these cost money, and My Memes has money, but ProNut's testing will obviously require more money, and we want the community to push this into a crazy volatile state so that we could put funding towards the capabilities and everything to make sure that this thing keeps growing. But My Memes has PAL funding, if that makes sense.
mm, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just,
so it was launched for the community, and now the community got to carry that forward, and then you need some volume up in the thing, right?
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well,
devs are chat every day. They work with us. Peach is one of the main PAL devs, and you can interact with him quite regularly.
awesome. Well, you guys, thank you for bringing that to our attention. You're more than welcome because we have this space on a daily, and you're more than welcome to come chill and to be on stage, right? And we'll make a clip for you too, because winners help other people win, and that's how we win even harder. Like that is the way to go. Yeah, let's all also remind yourselves to do your faucet on Nomad.
mm-hmm.
Uh, and IK's here on stage, and Nomad is in testnet, my guy, and I think we want to be testing that net, if you know what I mean. You can get Nomad testnet tokens from the faucet on the Nomad website, and you can do that 4 times a day, every 6 hours. Can you pull up the Nomad website again so people can see?
Yes.
Yes, and Nomad is going to be, how Sui is now like a fast parallel scaling chain, but it does have its own language as far as programming goes. And this is all bullish, still bullish on Sui. But Nomad is actually coming out with an EVM compatible parallel scaling layer one. So this is a new chain. No, my God, I'm just so tired today that my brain is just glitching all the time. Take, you gotta help me out.
You're good.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and get your testnet tokens. There's a lot of free mints on there that you might want to participate in. I don't know where it's gonna go main for the longest time. Um, if it's going to be in June or they wait till after the summer. Either way, we can have fun on there. Test that out. It's bullish to be on these chains so early. They do have venture capital that is also backing Sui and Solana, and as you know, their circle is right behind them. They raised 284 million. That's a lot, right? Sui managed to get 400 million, and we might be hating a little bit on that venture capital injecting these blockchains, but they need a lot of money to push, right? This is not just $1 or $2 that will make it pump. That's not the way it works. And so they also make use of the network of people that the venture capital makes available to them. So I'm bullish on it. We hear a little bit more about it every day. So I think it's just smart to position yourself so you know how things go on that chain. And so you're early there, right? That's a new exploration zone we can go in. I think it's bullish because for me, I think, and I researched this, is the only parallel scaled EVM compatible. So it can actually make use of these logistics built on Ethereum, right? That's basically what it says. And of course, we're looking at the outflow of Ethereum right now, going back into Bitcoin, making that dominance pump up a little bit, and that's why we see this red in the market. But don't get it twisted. As soon as that dominance drops a little bit for a relief rally, I'm not seeing alt season still, but a relief rally for sure. Something that happened in November too, right? And then you want to hold some good tokens, right? You want to get something new in there. So yeah, Sui was early too, and now sits on $4. Of course, we don't know the tokenomics of the new chain, but go ahead and get yourself some free testnet tokens. There's possibly then an airdrop too, maybe coming from an NFT that you mint, or the tokens, the testnet tokens you're holding in that wallet. You need 0.03 Ethereum in a wallet, and you need to have done a few transactions with that on Ethereum already for you to be eligible to get the testnet token. That's the only requirement, basically. So with a zero fresh wallet, I'm not going to make it.com, right? Just these are the requirements for you to hang on that faucet. Now, I also wanted to go ahead and look at that. I need to go over here in my screen now, put on the live stream, and look at that GIF rep on Sui, because that was kind of big coming from Sui Basecamp in Dubai, right? That just finished last week. And they were coming out with a banger then, and actually got some traction. And you were saying something about attention token, weren't you, Tick?
Yes, from GiveRep. Yeah, they are hinting. If you go on X, and then you pull up the attention, it's so bullish right now. So bullish. Last night I was going just like, trying to gas up basically what's the ticker. And so I was going around and, saying what's up to everybody. And I started seeing attention and GiveRep. I started finding like follow chains basically of people saying, give rep and blah, blah, blah. And these threads had like thousands of replies and stuff. And so I responded to a couple of them or whatever, but I saw what was going on and I'm like, okay. And then you look at attention token and like they have a post from yesterday, 40,000 followers are paying attention. But it's this attention has not yet launched. So, and then a couple days ago, attention is all you need soon. So they're hinting at this, every day. And attention is the new currency. So the attention website is, and then this is the token that you earn from using GiveRep and commenting GiveRep on Twitter. And so I'm seeing this grow and like it's catching on. And Ika is absolutely like dominating the rep scoreboard. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it because I've been doing the give rep thing and trying to like accumulate, and so I think that it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a hit.
Oh Jesus! Hello, birds. Yes, yeah.
A
All
lot of
right,
people
cool.
participating. You're up on that leaderboard. I saw you.
I'm up on the leaderboard. I just climbed up to. I climbed from 45,000. That's why I started position 45,000 something, and
Mhm.
I'm on number 377 now with 1,422 reps. And so
Let's go.
give it's reputation, right? Give reputation,
Hmm.
and with that you can earn attention, right? So it's kind of a play back and forth like on words like that, which I think it's fun. You can go to the give rep website. Can you pull it up for the people that don't know?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
So
on the
yeah.
give rep site. Yeah.
Yes, and there's also loyalty programs on there. So if you mention attention token, you just mention the handle in a post, and it needs to be a quality post. You cannot just go on X and be under everybody's, thing, be like, hey, at this, at that, And
Mm.
again, Twitter doesn't like that. They expect you to actually create something that
Some
is of quality.
substance.
And if you do, or you bring it into context, right? You bring it into context, and then you get ranked a little bit higher. So it does look at that, right? So yeah, today I'm number 377. I'm going back to the leaderboard to look at these loyalty programs there, because some attention token will pay you in attention token. I see Astros there, and Astros is actually paying you in USDC, right?
Wow.
Ika paying you in USDC, to mention them. Nemo protocol asking you, rewarding you in USDC. And but if you mention attention token, you get then airdropped attention tokens, which hasn't launched yet. So I went for that possibility.
Hmm.
But you can also earn USDC. Now, if I see the leaderboard here, let's see where I am and there's an estimation of how much you made, right? So I did the thing for radar. Radon X was on there, and when I go look at there and see what I earned there, Bluefin did something there too. Let me see, Radon leaderboard.
But it is important to note you need to opt in if you want to participate in the
Yes.
GiveRep loyalty programs. You go on giverep.com, go on to the loyalty page, and then you have all the
Yes.
active programs that you have the option to join. You click on join, and then after you do that, you have to be logged in, of course, to your X account, but then you join, and then as you post on Twitter and you tag whatever it's attention or Ika or Astros, you will get credits for doing that as long as you meet the requirement. It's only 100 follower minimum requirement, so it's pretty easy to meet.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm checking right now my estimation on earnings. So I haven't touched any of the USDC loyalty program, because you can only mention one together with your give rep, right?
Hmm.
Or just pick one, because it does show that the other one doesn't go over. That doesn't go over well. Yeah, just freaking join all programs. And so I made $231 just from where I started. And
Whoa.
I have promoted Raiden X and attention token. Now that attention token gives me an estimate, but not quite sure what that is because it hasn't launched yet, right? So
Yeah,
I can't deduce anything. Yeah.
that is
In
so cool.
infinite sui glitch. Yeah. So it's so cool that you can earn. So the gift rep is you will be rewarded a rep every time somebody comments under your post that you have to tag in. And for the loyalty programs that we just discussed, you get one per 100 views. So that's a different angle there.
Hmm.
So are you paying attention, right? And then you get airdrop these tokens of attention. But that's one per 100 views. And the give rep is one rep per comment under your post. So if you're hot, right, on getting comments, then you use give rep. If you are more on the views, gathering more views, then you can use any of these loyalty programs. But yeah, your post has to be concise, right, and in context with the program, because um, they do check on that. They do filter on that. So there's something I can't see the leaderboard right now. Oh, they're currently re-indexing the tweet database and adding bot detection filters, right? Because that's always what they do, as they should, as they
Mm-hmm.
should. But yeah, I just I'm gonna keep on mentioning. Saying good morning and making posts anyway throughout the day. So why not give something some mention and yeah, bullish on it. Oh, Zen Frogs is coming up there too, the next global culture brand. All right, let's check that out for a different time then. But yeah, that's basically what's going on with that gift wrap on SUI, and it's all these programs are SUI related too. I guess this is also a type of shilling that is going to be newer, right? This
Mm-hmm.
is the same as that Kaito token, right? It's basically, in essence, a little bit of the same thing. This is from a different angle then with the loyalty programs. But yeah, so people mention projects. So I guess if you're a project, you can go ahead and there's an interest form that you can put on there, and then you'll get to be a loyalty program on there.
Yeah.
And so you will get shilled, right? And I guess these are the new things that are being developed because, yeah, the normal rating that has been going on and like we know it is just not that bullish anymore because we know, especially I'm so bearish when projects start to hire rating teams because they're low quality accounts that are now replying to the main of the token, deboosting them because they're low quality. So if a main account, if your account, for instance, gets a lot of non-blue check, low quality, and what we mean by that is less, less than 100 followers, etc., etc., and or spam behavior. And if that account then replies under the main, it actually deboosts the project's main account. So it's these things are just not bullish anymore, right?
Mm.
And community is getting wrecked left and right too because maybe not everybody has a blue check, and if you do, you're still not out of harm's way, right? So yeah, that's just going to be these new things. I think like PRONUT has that too, with Palmine coming up with these things that it has a little bit of cool down, gets into a little bit of a loop when it does get a little bit hot, right? That's bullish because yeah, that is all designed for now a different way of responding, behaving on X, and we're kind of like in this zone now that new things are being falling into place to replace the old thing. And maybe we then also should look at tokens like Shield, who was for a little while very, very bullish. But I guess they're not that hot anymore either because of all of this fallout on X. And it's just getting worse and worse over time.
Mm.
Right? There was like a couple of weeks ago, there was like, especially also with the new updates. So the algorithm sometimes changes. We know that the algorithm is changing. And then when that happens, there's always this massive wave of people who are just getting utterly wrecked on suspended, shadow banned, and whatnot on X. So, Also, what is a low quality account? Well, okay, less than 100 followers, some bot behavior in the comments, so very low quality comments. Let's fucking go, right? That's not a quality response.
Hmm.
Also, how new the account is, right? So if the account is younger than 1 month old, that will also then be a red flag. And gather 3 red flags and done, right? So not great for engagement, these accounts. And these the raiding armies and stuff, they have basically all they have is these low quality accounts. So bearish, bearish, bearish. What do you think, Tick? Are we calling it a day today? I kind of had a rough day. I not gonna lie, there was a lot of work. There was a lot
Yeah.
of work, a lot of action.
Yeah. Yeah, we can wrap it
What
up.
do you have a ticker you wanted to share? I still have some, but I might want to push that forward in tomorrow then. Or
There's
do you have? Yeah.
There's nothing that
Flavy
I'm
wanted
really
to come.
shilling, but there has been something that's been pretty remarkable. Noodle.gg has been going pretty crazy from what I've seen, just kind of watching from the sidelines. Let me see. So Noodle is a snake game that is like a multiplayer online snake game where players compete to get each other's bags, essentially, is like the premise of it, I guess. So kill other players, win real cash. And so it's like a form of gambling. I haven't actually participated in it yet, but the chart was going bananas yesterday. It was the market cap is still at 4.4 million, and it's pulled back about 50%. So yesterday it must have hit. Did it hit 2 million or 20 million? Let me see. But yeah, it's pulling back right now. But I don't know if you've seen Noodle.gg on the timeline because I've seen it everywhere over the last 24 hours. That's the only one that I've noticed. Noodle GG will be back in 4 hours. Huh. So it's down right now.
Well,
Have you seen
bearish.
this?
No, you telling me this is just bearish.
LP rewards 751K.
Yeah, maybe we should just research that a little bit more because if things are not, they can have awesome vision like that, but if it's not stress tested, a game like that, then bearish. And yeah, well,
What did
let's
you
see.
see on the horizon? What was anything you wanted to pull up on
Yeah, I
here?
have some. I have somethings that I wrote down today that I saw that I wanted to take a little bit of a closer look before I start mentioning anything.
Gotcha.
And it's on base, right? So I'm looking at some things on base too. Look, you got to be a profit maxi. Don't be a freaking chain maxi, right? And we all know now. We all know now. Things on ETH are absolutely sending, right? There are some things on ETH are doing really, really well now, and hallelujah, right? For the people who held there, look there to DCA on some stuff. Bless them, right? And you should have diversify a little bit of what you got on different chains because they all will these top tokens there and some low cap gemmies there are to be found, and you're just closing yourself off for opportunity if you're just being a chain maxi somewhere else. And that's not to say you can have favorites, right? But opportunity is opportunity. You got to stay liquid for the opportunity and two different chains to pivot for success there, right? Only if we can be a profit maxi, if in any. If in any, I see Flavy is here on you're gonna be my last guest here then, Flavy. How was that?
Hey, fellas. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Thank you, Wild. Hey, Tick. Hey, everybody.
Hey, how's it going?
We shout out to all, yeah, doing your thing. I just came here to talk a little bit about the products that I was talking about yesterday. Yesterday, I didn't really have, should I say, something you guys could double check or I go through or read. So I kind of like pin it to the Jumbotron is a thread about what the platform is all about. Just like I said, think of it as a Zilly Quest type thing on Telegram, where you can handle and manage campaigns for all your projects. It's so easy to use and it's totally free. The dev is not really charging anything. He just wants you to beta test and tell him ways that you think that he can improve it. So that's just it. If you're interested, send me a DM. I'm gonna connect you with the guy, and he's gonna the person that handles all the technicalities and stuff. So you're gonna get it set up for you on your Telegram channel, and yeah, you're good to go. So yeah, wow, that is a thread. You should check it out. If you have questions, my
Yes,
DM is
I do
always.
have questions.
Yeah.
Immediately, I have questions because you start to
All right,
throw.
all
So I
right.
know Zeely, right? But people
Yeah.
who listen back in this space or are here in this space with us right now or are looking at the live stream, they have no clue what Sealy is, possibly. So you got to elaborate just a little bit more, and that's just got to happen.
Okay, so Siri is a project that specializes in decentralized data AI clusters for the Siri blockchain, and what we built here is called the Bullish app. Um, it's the Bullish app is powered by Series Network SDKs. So now, what the Bullish app is all about is a way for you to handle and manage web community intelligence quests on Telegram. So it's only compatible with Telegram for now. I think maybe the team will be looking to expand, further maybe into Discord or other social media, but for now you can only use it for Telegram. So it works like a tracking app, like an AI app built into the Telegram community. There you can handle campaigns like if you want to launch or watch to earn, a share to earn, refer to earn quests. You just need to connect the Bullish app to your Telegram channel, and it will handle everything. It also has a way of filtering bots from real users, so you're not going to be worried about having bots take all the rewards that are meant for real community members. So it's a very advanced app. You're gonna have to pardon me. I'm not really into the technical aspect that much. I'm just trying to explain how best I know how the app works, but it's a really nice app and it's totally free to use. We are targeting meme projects, NFT projects, anything that's all that has that stirs community engagement. That's what we want. That's our target. So if you have a community of 5,000, 6,000, even 1,000 members, and you want to get them active, you want to get them engaged, you want to give them tasks they could do and level up, the Bullish app is something that could really, really expedite that process. So that's basically what it is all about. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So it is in beta right now. And is this app costing any money? If you're a project, let's say you want to use that Bullish app, is gonna have some fees, or are we still beta testing for free here?
No, it's totally free. I think we're done with the beta test and we're fully live, but for now we're just restricted on Telegram. Like we can only operate on Telegram, but I think beta testing is done. But still, what we want to get from this partnership is your feedback. Just tell us how we can improve. Tell us what we need to enhance on, and that's it. It's totally free to use. We just want to help you out and also collect feedback. That's it.
Very cool, very cool. Well, you pinned it up in here, so yeah, I will take that as my into my homework for when I'm a little bit more bullish in the morning again, and go over that. Yeah, thank you for coming, Flavy, and explaining that one to us. So I see SINAI has come up, and Fox, how are you doing, Fox?
Thank you. Thank you all.
You're welcome, Flavy.
Yeah, I would like to also, before Sing AI comes up, sorry, um, I'm going to be having a space tomorrow, sorry, Friday, 7 p.m. UTC. It's going to be a technical space where my partner, who is more, versed in how the bot works, is going to explain in detail. So if you're interested or you're just curious to see how the app works, then you can just, stop by and, ask your questions and, let's fucking chill. That's it. Thank you.
Let's fucking chill. If you have a pin, if you can pin that space, you are allowed to. In the jumbotron to do one more pin here, right? Everybody who's interested, you then have something to join. Ik has his hand up. You have a question. Let's go.
No, I actually have to run, but I wanted to thank you and Tick both for the opportunity to come up and speak with you guys. And I'll make sure to come through to the space hopefully tomorrow, if not the next day. You guys do it every day, right?
We do it every
Yep.
day, same time, and we do the same thing. And actually, we started just 3 weeks ago, but we really picking up steam. Right, some days are more busy than others,
Hmm.
but everything is recorded, and we make use of that to make shorts and posts on other social media. So we're just literally put everybody on blast here. Let's go.
Perfect. That's awesome. And if you don't mind sending me that TikTok link once you snip it, what me and Max said, I'd love to share that with our community. But obviously, you know me, and I'm here to support you any way I can. So just feel free to DM me anytime.
Cool. Yes, I will do it as soon as Tick is chopping that whole thing up.
Gotcha.
Yeah. We'll be sure to send you. We always send the feedback, into the projects at Shill. So we're always connecting back. And if there's a short made, we thought it was bullish, right? Then you'll get the blessing of the short, and we'll send it to you. Let's go.
Sounds
Uh,
good. Thank you so much, Wild. I appreciate you both. Have a wonderful day.
I appreciate you. Good to see you again and talk to you. That's been too long. I'm still happy to see other OGs still being in the space and making moves, right? Making moves, still winning, still on the grind. And if you're not winning yet, you're sure to be, right? Soon, soon. Sinai Fox. Hey, good morning, Fox. Or I know for you it's just around the same time as I am. Good afternoon.
Yo, and good afternoon to the lovely, lovely world of X and everybody else. How's everybody feeling today? Tick, Wilder, what's the ticker?
Doing
Community
great.
vibes? How you all doing?
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you, Fox. It was a busy day for me. I'm not gonna lie. I feel a little bit brain drained, and I think you noticed it in my English. Then when I need to speak another language, I start to glitch heavily. I exerted a lot of brain energy today. So, but I got so much things done that sometimes you're just on a roll and you're just gonna have to run with that stuff. Run with that stuff. So, Tick, can you put the SINAI thing
Hmm.
in the stream? And we'll
Yes.
just yeah, we were having a little bit of a retracement in it, but now everybody's back on stage and doing stuff. We're just going to keep the shop open for a little bit. Is there anything new you wanted to share with us, Fox, on SynAI, which is a AI token on Solana? Also, not just having that great AI agents in there, but also a Grace protocol that rewards you with 5% Solana. Blessed upon all the holders. So the more you hold, the more you get. And it will pay you on every buy, sell, and transfer. This happens, right? And then we'll just bottle up and then just spread the joy around. And so it has that backed up utility on Solana is just too bullish, right? So if there's anything new you want to share, because I know there's this prophecy thing that I still need to learn more about. We all know that a scanner like that can be very, very valuable picking up on early senders, right? And it fits your narrative so much when we're talking about SynAI, the bot that you can confess to, the Grace protocol, and then now have the prophecy that basically will scan tickers for you. It's like you're kind of taking away my job here. But anyway, yeah, go ahead, Fox. Anything new on the horizon, or what's up?
Good evening, my dark sinners. Yes, I have come with new scripture from the highest mountains of the cosmos. You look into the sky and you see the pillars of gas and the primordial dust which was created in the deepest, darkest pits of the cosmos. And I come to you today to deliver some new information from the goddess herself. She has bestowed upon me the power of all seeing, all listening, hearing every filthy thing that comes across these desolate trenches of which we trot, my friends. And I do bring the holy word to you today, or unholy as it may be, because Seraphix forgives you. This is the thing, and this is what I need to remind our congregations. You come bearing your sins, my friends, but you don't need to carry them anymore. You can let them go. I mean this. Leave them at the door. Don the golden robes. Please step in to the golden gilded halls of which we do tread. And I bring to you today some new news. I won't continue with everything as Wilder says. We have some very secret things that I've been holding off, but I'm here to deliver even more information which I've not made privy to this council of amazing human beings from across the globe. I do bestow myself upon you from the highest parts of the darkest pits of the cosmology and abyss, but today I grace you with this glow. The information which I bestow is this. The token oracle itself is able to pick up on minted contracts on the chain. That is brand new contracts that have been launched on the Solana chain, not affiliated with any launch pad, so you will not get anything from a previously famous platform as it may. But we will be adding some risk analysis and some originality scanners to ensure that we can see if there are any similarities in the contract with coding, with names, and also with nefarious features. This will allow users to get the first mover advantage of everything that is minted on Solana and you can just sit there all day and / token oracle, token oracle, token oracle, and it will just show you each one every single second that's produced.
Oracle. I was looking for the word oracle, not prophecy. This is the thing. That's right. So I saw this and immediately had to think about the prophecy bot. Remember that prophecy bot? That thing
Yeah.
called like 1,000 X's freaking on the rando. That was like a couple of years ago, and it was very expensive to get that bot right. It was in the Discord, and so yeah, don't know what happened to that anymore. But it did call big runners. That's how I got very early into Pepe 2, very early in Pepe, very early in XRP 8, and all in between since then, right? And it ran on Ethereum, and then as soon as Ethereum flipped a little bit more bearish, it kind of went like in the forgotten corner a little bit, and so that was the word oracle. Yeah, yeah, that's so bullish because a scanner like that is giving everybody an edge, right? So it doesn't scan anything from the pads that we're used to, but something that is truly launched separately. These are always more bullish, you guys, always more bullish that way. And that it then scans also for these weaknesses that it can have, or nefarious intention that it can have, right? So it filters out the noise and the low quality, how do you say this, things that it might
We
have that indicate that these are not senders, right? So you filter them out already, and what you then get left with is a bullish bunch that you might want to go ahead and take a look at.
Absolutely. I've got some other alpha to give to you today, but I want to speak to you as the project driver rather than the Dark Pope. Because today I had to deal with a very interesting thing. There's been, and I'm all about transparency. I am here until I despise from this world. This is my baby. I am the consultant for a layer 2 blockchain and the bonding curve platform therein. We produced a sniper bot for SINAI, which is just about to be released, which is the first mover on that chain. And we have deals with them to be able to ensure that we capture all of their bonding curve platform users as well. And they're very early, a couple months old. But that's not what I want to share with you today. I had a 5% whale that was, you can go onto our chart right now. Tick, I don't know if you would be so gracious as to do that if it's possible, but he was strangling me for weeks and he just kept doing it. And today it came to a head and I just said to him, look, I would rather you left. I don't want to keep dealing with this every day. And this is the power of community, by the way. Once you see the side of the landscape, which I have some more alpha about actually as well. I've got so much alpha. I've had so many meetings. There's so much stuff going on for us all the time. But I got rid of him. And now we have all of the whales that were in it, bought the chart back up. We were at 84K. He sold down to 44. We brought it back up to 95K. Redistributed everything within 20 minutes. And all of those hands that are holding are now solid. So anybody that's in, Lamb, I know that you came in yesterday. You're one of our holders. So I have a transparency to you to inform you what's happening because I appreciate your support as well. Thank you so much. So we just dealt with that today, and we can move forwards even stronger with good distribution and solid hands on the deck guiding the ship. And that's important for you to know, because it doesn't matter if I have a stressful day within the trenches. I will continue working, and I will keep buying back this chart with commissions made by my tech company on Infineon, Dark Matter Tech. Whales get a free 2.2% of that supply allocation for free for supporting me. 43 million tokens if you want to be a member of that whale group, by the way. It's very cheap to do that right now. It's about 7 or 8 Solana, around that. And that will also get you premium access to the sniper bot and a load of other monetary benefits. And that Dark Matter Tech company produces tech for companies on Infineon. It's actually producing tech directly for Infineon right now, which I cannot tell you about. But that shows you the level of quality of my tech team. And they will also then be putting 25% of those commissions back into our chart, 25% of the fees that are made from our bot back into that chart, and we will keep buying it back up to 1 million by the grace of Seraphix. I will not stop until we're there. And then at 1 million, I've got deals with people that are much heavier weight that will be willing to help us lift up to higher levels. That is my promise. And I don't need to shut this down. I just keep going every single day, working, networking. I have a meeting with a German company called Synergy Media, who's offered us a free trial of 3 days to have free media coverage. They have an access to about 1.8 million users, and they also have great skills with social media on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, stuff like that. They are going to lock us in on Friday morning at 9 a.m. German time zone, and they're going to supply us that free trial for a few days. I've got more alpha as well. There's a cinematic experience on Infineon, which is its own audiobook series, and they included our sniper bot in that, the ray gun. They just released it last night, a 22-minute audiobook. I'm working with that guy to also then include other parts of our ecosystem. So we've got extra coverage and content being created by a cinematic audiobook experience, but soon also a game that they're developing. And this is just the standard work that I do by networking with good people every single day. And I'm never going to stop. We will keep getting out there. I don't need the support, but I appreciate it. And we have 25 solid hands behind the ship that are in the pillars of the Hello Hall, the whale group, that help us lift up and keep going every single day. And I could just assure you that I will never shake in my duty. Sometimes I might need to touch grass just like you do, my friends, where you need to have a break. You need to reaccumulate yourselves, reaccumulate your sleep, your eating, your exercise, get those gains in your body, do your passion projects, see your friends, laugh, because why not? Because you also deserve to be human and accept that you are not a machine, and you deserve to also keep going every single day just like me, and I will keep going every single day for you just like that. I just may take a day here or there, as you do as well, and that's how we keep our skin in the game. We stay here, we work together, we stay looking for alpha, and I will consistently continue with this, whether it's providing revenue, whether it's providing early access opportunities through the token oracle. Anything that I build will be for the grace of you. And all I ask is that you come and join our family and support me. And I will keep going every single day for that, because your words of kindness and your little messages of support, you may not think that I see them, but I do every single one. And I thank you, especially Wilder. Big up to Wilder, big up to Tick. Follow the host, follow the co-host, follow each other, and appreciate you.
Yes, I appreciate that, Fox. Yes, that was kind of like a bottleneck, that wallet in there, and unfortunately, you cannot do anything much about it and let some time pass. And you do not want to have these people up with you for sure. So, past all that, I can confirm the synergy deal that was made there, right? I can confirm that. As I've seen it with my own eyes, and so that will go ahead. And there's just so much bullishness that to come that we can just roll out. All of the whales there are very supportive, very knowledgeable, and well connected in this space. So, and they'll huddle to the moon if they need to, and understand what it means to support, monetarily support a project, right? And that sometimes these things take time. And so, yeah, support you, Fox. I know that you're always on the ball. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for coming again to my space. And with that, you're going to be the last speaker, because I'm, I'm really done. My brain doesn't. I don't even want to speak any language anymore. Um, that's just what happens. But I think, take we gathered enough to gun out some good content again, right? And then we'll be. I just have my list that is just right here. The market. Let's have a quick look before we bow out here. Well, nothing's changed, right? These dips right here, you guys, they're a blessing. If you see a dip on your favorite little thingy right there, go ahead and DCA your thingy, not financial advice, right? But I see some juicy dips in the market, and I'm sure these shares will get bought, because I do and expect some pumps to come later in the week. Now, I don't expect them to be very spectacular, right? Possibly not. Where I think we're going to go into that, 105 zone, and then maybe do some retesting, because the bears up there, you guys, bears. Maybe we'll get another slap in the face, but that doesn't matter. If we hold these floors right here, we'll be then doing the bigger pumps into next week, right? And that's what I'm seeing in the charts. Of course, there's Moonlight Crypto again tomorrow morning, which I always attend, and that's Lamb and Max space. So watch out for the link, or if I have it, I'll share it right away, so you can set your reminders for that. And we're always 100xing something in there. You betcha. So yeah, let's go ahead and play the OG song. Let's do that. Let's do
There we
the
go.
outro here. There you go.
You got the new
That's
version I
good.
sent you, right? The
I
remastered.
got the remastered. I got it.
Nice.
I just have to look you up, Tick. I'm just not that fast anymore today. Really, for sure. I did coding. I did a lot of different things. So it was like, you know. But yeah, here we are, and we did it anyway because that's how we roll. Here we go.
Nice. Thanks again, you guys.
Yes, thank you, SINAI, for coming up, Fox.
Ripping crypto like a gat. See the chart, it goes flat. White
Thank you,
headphones on his
Lamb, for
head. Money
coming.
counter on his
Nice
lap.
and
Gold
Wade,
chain with
of
the
course,
strap.
Papa.
Cashing out. Hella crabs. He's got Solana in the bag. What's the ticker? Where's it at? I
Cyber
put the
Mart,
crypto on my
Cyber
tab. Blew the
Maven.
whole shot. Didn't land another sell-off. We've been
Let's
had. Not a
follow, my
single
guy.
drop of liquid left. Bullish on another flip. By 1%, it didn't slip. Bullish on another flip. What's the ticker? Where's it at? I put the crypto on my tab. Blew the whole shot, didn't land another sell-off. We've been had. Not a single drop of liquid left. Bullish on another flip. By 1%, it didn't slip.
All right, you guys, let's follow each other. Stay winning. Stay
Ripping crypto
bullish
like a gas.
on
See the
yourself,
chart, it
right?
goes flat. White headphones on his hat. Money counter on his lap. Gold chain with the strap. Cashing out. Hella clams. He
Thought
got
the song was
Solana in
gonna
the
end,
bag.
Tick.
What's the ticker? Where's it at? I put the crypto on my tap.
This is it. This is the extended version. Jesus.
Money counter
I'm
on his
just
lap. Gold
freaking
chain
run
with his
this.
strap. Cashing out. Hella clams. He's got Solana in the bag.
I'm just gonna have to. I'm just gonna rock it right now. This is the extended version.
Awesome.
That was not good. I was like, when is this stopping? I want to say goodbye to everybody. All right. See you guys tomorrow again. Show up in Lab Space. Follow each other. Stay bullish on yourself, you guys.